My brakes is rubbing.
Ooh, I don't know how to, where you going?
I'm going that way. Hold on. My brakes are rubbing.
Oh.
Got a lot of love, but I ain't got a lot of motherfucking time. I got to clip in now. Hold on now. How y'all doing? I'm all good. Can't complain. You got to show me love. Golly. Bumpy ass goddamn Virginia road. How we gonna pick a trail and it's bumpy? Make that make sense.
I'm weak.
I gotta turn this a little bit though. You good?
Just go.
Say what?
Just ride.
Well, first of all, I probably look crazy as hell trying to get this camera tight.
Oh, they coming in hot.
Bam, 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 bam. We in the building with Young Jerm.
Hey.
Black Bear, Bear Creek. Is that what it's called? Blue
Deep
Bear?
Creek.
Huh?
Deep Creek.
Bear Creek.
Deep.
All I know
Deep
is
Creek Canal.
all I know is we in Virginia Beach and it's out as fish grease, hog maws, chitlins, and swamp river water. Golly, it's sizzling out this mud.
Oh man.
Young Jerm.
What's good? What's good?
Is it Young Jerm or Big Jerm?
Big Jerm.
Big Jerm.
Okay. Get
How
it
you
right.
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm always good. I can't complain. We in the lovely Virginia Beach, right? Is this
Chesapeake?
Chesapeake. Okay, whatever. They all touch
We
like the
in
DMV, right?
Chesapeake.
It's the same
Yeah.
difference. Same difference. Oh, I got a little fly on
Lord.
me. Got a little fly.
Oh Lord.
What up, Jermaya Cox? I don't even know what episode this is, but we've been doing them. We outside.
We outside.
Welcome to Ride with Ty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Made a little trip out here for my good old VA folk.
Okay.
So how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a little warm.
It's a little toasty.
It's a little toasty, but I'm good. We're out here. Get these quick, easy miles in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we moving a little bit right now.
Ooh,
Say,
look, dial it back. Look, dial it back then.
then.
Ooh, look, don't tempt me.
It's like nah. So,
Yes.
Jermaya Cox, how you doing? Tell the good people a little bit about you, where you from,
Hey,
how old you
okay.
are, if you want to disclaim
Ooh.
that. You know what I'm saying? All the good stuff about you, what you doing great in this world. We just kick it off with who are you though?
All right. Well, as he said, Jermaya Cox, country girl, born and raised in Lancaster County, currently residing in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Um,
Push a little left.
I work in the behavioral health space right now, but you know, most people know me for my coin phrase, "Own it for you," you know.
On it for
Posting
you.
motivational things and all of that good stuff on socials. And yeah, just trying to live my best life and overcome whatever's necessary to live the life I desire at the end of the day.
Okay. All right, for some unknown reason, I don't know why, but when I've been doing podcasts with people lately, for some reason y'all forget that y'all are talking to a mic and we are actually moving.
Oh,
So I'm gonna need you to
you can't hear?
speak a little bit louder.
Like that.
Don't get quiet now. You speak with your chest. Any other time you loud, now you're gonna be quiet. Okay? I'm gonna just need you to speak up a little bit louder. It is a little windy. I hope the quality is great, but
All right.
if not, I'll work some magic and do what I can do.
All right. Passing on your left.
Morning. She turned around like she had an attitude. I don't know. That's how y'all Virginia people doing?
Hey, I don't know. Look, this Chesapeake, like I said.
Chesapeake. Oh, that's not Virginia Beach. My bad.
No, it's not.
My bad. So, so you hit on a few points.
Yeah.
So behavior health, but yeah, let's just talk about the job, career.
Yeah.
What you actually doing right now? Do you enjoy what you're doing? Well,
Ooh.
do you enjoy what you're doing?
I'll say I enjoy what I do, just being able to, you know, advocate for people who aren't able to advocate for themselves and shed light on that. And then also just being able to help people, you know, live that life that they want to live, because, you know, a lot of people who, you know, have disabilities or mental issues, you know, they're not able to fully take care of themselves on their own. So what I do is allow them to, or help them be able to live with people who can help them you know, gain the independence that they want. So it's definitely rewarding. Is it stressful at times? Without a doubt, but it's definitely rewarding.
So do you feel like the more rewarding part is the fact that you're giving back to people in need of help, or like is that what's like driving you?
Yeah, I definitely say that what drives me, because you know there are days you work, everybody work, we got issues with the job, but there are days when I'm like, oh my gosh, we did this today and this person was able to have a good day or was able to achieve, you know, one of the goals that they've been working on. So it's definitely rewarding being able to help them.
I got you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So I guess that kind of, where did you go to college at?
ODU, baby.
ODU.
Old Dominion University.
What year did you graduate?
Ooh, came out in 2016.
2016. Oh,
we ain't gonna say how long we was there, but just know we got the degree, okay?
Baby out here in the streets. ODU. Did you enjoy that time? Like,
ooh.
Would you recommend that to anybody?
I would say, I always have mixed feelings about college. I always talk about that. I wouldn't change the experience. I went to ODU for the wrong reasons, I'll say that. But I met some phenomenal people. Are we going to uncover that Cassie?
It's
nothing crazy. It's just I went there based off of seeing other people's experiences there. And, you know, you can't do that.
Well, you can, but you're going to learn an experience. I mean, you're going to learn a nice lesson about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, not to, like, cut you off, but I've been to 4 colleges.
No.
Shit, probably 5 now because we still in college.
Touché.
But I would say the same thing. I went to Morgan State because I saw a cousin getting a big old refund check, and I couldn't play football at that time because I was hurt. I'm like, let me go run this play right quick. And I went there, and it was not.
Hello.
How you doing? I went there, and it was nothing like I expected. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So we doing this podcast, good people, but as you can see, my lovely people just came by us, making us look like we going slow.
Yeah.
So if we wasn't doing this podcast, I'd be on their ass. But
yeah,
anyway,
we would kick it up. Hey,
we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying?
Passing on your left.
Quality. How you doing? So college was cool. It was just different. You learned a lot. It was a good experience.
Overall, I'd say it's a good experience. You know, been in that space, changed my major a few times. Anyway, few times. But like I said, we got it done at the end of the day. So
that's all that matters. I mean, you still did everything that you were supposed to do. So do you think that college taught you a lot of good like life lessons though?
Ooh. Granted, I'm not saying I'm against formal education or anything like that. Life lessons, I think, geez, I don't even want to say, I learned things from being, you know, out of the way on my own, especially coming from the country, moving to the city of Norfolk at the time. You know, your whole world is opened up. Like, in the country, you're kind of closed in, confined, and I came from a strict upbringing, so I wasn't able to do much of nothing. So you come out and I'm outside, okay?
Young, wild,
in a good way. In a good way.
Young, wild, and free.
But I definitely feel like it taught me, you know, everybody doesn't have your best interest in mind.
Okay.
You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna learn lessons. I don't think that's just from college. I think that's just growing into adulthood in itself. But I feel like I did learn quite a bit in my college years, not just from the academic side.
I get it. So I guess I don't want to fast forward so much of your life, like, but how did the cycling thing come? Because I feel like, how long have you been cycling, first of all?
It'll be a year on July 28th.
Jeez, July 28th, 1 year, so we're almost there.
Yeah.
But you've done a lot of big events, like with KRT, QRT.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Like, you want to, you know, explain to the people how you got into it, how you got with KRT, QRT?
Yeah, sure thing. So cycling in general. So I was dating this guy and he was a golfer.
Okay.
So he ended up moving out of the area. So I was like, okay, well, can I go to the golf course by myself? I mean, I guess I could, but I was like, let me find something that I can do by myself.
Right.
So I was like, okay, he actually rode bikes too. Not on the caliber that we do, but he rode bikes too. So I was like, well, let me look into cycling or golf. So I got into cycling because I thought it was gonna be cheaper than playing golf, because golf is rather expensive.
Absolutely.
But baby, did I had a wild awakening.
It was not what you thought it was.
When I found out what cycling would do to your pockets if you let it.
Okay.
So I actually asked for recommendations on Instagram for like bikes and all that stuff, and then a gentleman sent me Kim Dozier's information, or her page. Shout out to Katie. Say, holding it down for the VA chapter.
Yeah. We're gonna make this left. Yeah, it's a little bit.
Well, I have to separate.
Right,
they can still hear me though, right?
Yes. You can keep talking.
So shout out to them. Got her page, followed it for a little bit, and I actually had purchased a hybrid bike. I purchased a hybrid bike and quickly realized that was not the bike I needed if I was going to be out here cycling.
Right.
So I ended up joining the club.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Do I need to stop?
Sorry about that. That bump shook my rim brake loose. AKA, people, make sure y'all go get y'all bike done. And maintenance is the right way.
Yes.
Uncle Ty don't be doing it all the time, so we just open the caliper we'll open the brake instead of actually fixing it. But we'll fix it during this intermission. All right, so Katie, somebody sent you Katie's information.
Yeah, and I just was following her, and I was like, oh wow, this is so cool. And I was just like, I'm naturally quote unquote an introvert. Technically an ambivert, but introvert, so I'm like, okay, this will give me an opportunity to get out, meet more people in the area. And I ended up joining QRT when I got the hybrid bike. Like I said, quickly realized that ain't the bike that I need.
Shout out to Katie, man.
We're gonna separate again.
Yeah, you good.
Sorry, y'all, but quickly realized that's not the bike that I needed. Ended up having to wait 3 weeks to get my actual current bike because your girl is short and
little baby Cannondale going on over here.
Bikes are in high were in high demand. They probably still are, but I'm not in the market for new bikes, so I don't care. But ended up having to go to DC and get the bike, and then the rest was history. I got the bike, did my first ride July 28th, and I went to did the backyard boogie. That was my first
DMV. We in here. Shout out to GI.
Yes. I will be back there again this year. Did GIIs, did One Love, did Seagull, did All Clubs LA. Your girl just been outside since she got on.
Hold on. You I can't let you just, slide over that greatness, right? So you did One Love.
Yeah.
How was One Love? Because from my understanding, One Love is a big ride in Atlanta for y'all of you good people that don't know about it, right? Big ride in Atlanta, community ride, 3-4 days, something like that?
Yes.
You get to get all around, you get to hit some rollers, and we call them rollers because it's a little bit of elevation compared to being in Virginia Beach. It's not really mountains or hills, it's just basically hills, right?
Yeah.
So how did you enjoy One Love?
Ooh, so I actually signed up to do a longer ride than I ended up doing, but the queens came together and we all decided to ride together. It was really an amazing experience.
Shout out to the queens.
We're all out there with our Georgia Peach jerseys on, riding like other queens from different clubs are hopping on the Peloton with us. Like, it was just an amazing experience just doing that ride alone, but everything was good. I got to meet more members and it was just an overall great experience. Was that your first real event with QRT? Yeah, because I only met some people at GI's event. Yeah. So that was the one, and then we had the largest turnout that time, so I was like, okay. It was deep out there, Yeah. It was deep. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you enjoy it? How much did you like it? I'm gonna give it a strong, I'm gonna give it a 10. Ain't perfect, but I'm gonna say a 9.8. Okay. It was definitely a great experience. That's what we like to hear. Good job, Kamara. Definitely a great experience. 9.8 out of 10 for the new member joining. You know what I'm saying? That's love. So you also try to slide over something
that I feel like is important that many people, especially newer riders, never get into. And I mean, honestly, but I wish I caught that recording where the lady was asking about the ride.
Right.
But so you said you did the Seagull.
I did.
And how many days? Wait, so Seagull happens September, October, right?
Yeah, October.
Early October.
Top of October.
And that's what? August, September. So you'd only been riding a bike for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And you just jumped out there and did a motherfucking century. 100 miles for the people that don't know. 100 miles.
Literally. Actually, probably 2 weeks before Seagull, I ended up coming out here to the trail and I did the metric century.
Okay.
That was an awesome experience. That kind of like, let me see, that was the furthest I had ridden at the time. Gave me, a little idea like how I feel or whatever. I felt good. So literally 2 weeks before Seagull, I decided I'm gonna go and ride 100 miles. Like,
okay.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking about it. 'Cause that's a bit much.
I documented the experience the best I could. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely challenging. And there were times, people were like, oh, are you gonna do the 100? Like, I rode by myself for a good 30 miles of all that 100. Windy, crazy. In my videos, it was cold. Videos, I'm saying, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. But I feel like I definitely would do it again. Yeah, it was an interesting experience. I'll say that. I'll just say that. It was interesting, but at the end of the day, we got it done.
But I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But if you had all of those people with you, that like the queens in Atlanta, if you had all of them with you, it would have been a different ride, right? You would
absolutely,
because it would have been more camaraderie, more people to be around, more like people to draft off of, roll
absolutely.
with. So I feel like, congratulations, obviously, because you did a great job. But
thank you.
I would just recommend next time to try to hop in with either a big group that's going to be going on your pace, and let me
I'll
get it.
On that.
Okay, so a big group that's either going to be on your pace, or I mean, it just takes time. I'm happy that you got out there and killed it like you actually did.
Yeah, so I did. So when we take off, like everybody leaves at different times, and I took off and I ended up getting in with a group. They were moving and it was good. I felt comfortable. It was great. That's like the first 20 miles, maybe, however much was it to the first rest stop. 33 or 36. I was fine, good. Got to that first rest stop, and of course everybody's there and people are leaving at different times. Right. So I'm hopping on. Granted, we see the QRT gang. These guys be moving. I'm not about that life yet. I just started. Absolutely. So then I'm linked up with Miss Gail. Shout out to Miss Gail. Love Miss Gail. And Miss J Bell. Hopped on with them. Maybe they was moving too. And I understand, like, people are out here. They got things they're trying to accomplish, trying to get it. They're all on goals. And of course, I'm not wanting to hold anybody back. I don't care what it is. I'm not going to hold anybody back waiting for me. Right. So I was like, let's go, But like you said, I definitely do feel, had I ridden with the group similar to how we rode in the A, would have been much better. But at the same time, most people were doing the metric. Like, a lot of the queens that were there predominantly did the metric and things like that. And I knew that I said in my mind, I'm gonna do the 100, so I'm not gonna come here and say, no, let me shorthand myself. I love it. Get out there and like do what I said I was gonna do, regardless of how hard it is. Talk your talk, shorty, talk your talk. And the Major Taylor, I think they're Cincinnati chapter, Ohio. Okay. They picked a girl up, and they weren't even intending to do the 100 the whole time, some of them, but they ended up doing it because of me. Oh, that's love. Shout out to Major Taylor and Cincy. Pulling you through the mom. I appreciate that. Them drafts is different, right? They life changing. And I was good. I was good up until like that 82 miles, and that's when my legs started to be like, ooh. And that's when some things, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. But we pressed through it. So not one love, I'm tripping. So Seagull was dope. Yeah. But that is pretty dope that you did 100 miles for your first big ride in less than 2 months into that. Like, how did that feel on your legs, on your body? Like, I know, well, I'm not gonna speak on a woman's body, but like my body be hurting, especially when I did my first Seagull. Like, I don't even think I could walk, but like,
I'm also bony as hell. So, I mean, I got more bones than I got muscle. So it was just hurting basically. How did your body feel after the seagull?
Yeah, so similar to you, you know, I'm a little bony. We petite out here. We getting thick though, okay? We in the gym. Overall, it was good. Like I said earlier, you know, once I got to that 82-mile mark, that's when my body was like, ooh.
Same.
Ooh, my legs. It was windy. The wind was crazy. So, granted, we got a lot of wind out here. People think, you know, you riding on the flat, it's cool. No, because once that wind hit you, sometimes I'd rather do a hill over to taking the wind on the flat any day. So, hey, yeah, 30 at 82, excuse me, that's when I really started to feel it, legs giving out. People riding with me like, shut up legs, saying shut up legs, shut up legs. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to hear that right now.
Do you, but so I guess this is an obvious question, but it's also a little bit biased, right? Because I guess the best way to answer is just ask.
Yeah.
Do you feel like with more preparation you would have been better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Granted, you know, you gotta train to do certain things like that, of course.
I mean, not technically when you just jumped out there. What you? How much? So this is the little I guess cliche or I don't even know what you would call it, but a guy told me that whatever big ride you want to do, you should always ride a big ride before. So, and by what he meant was he was like 60% of whatever you want to ride, you should always ride that a week before your big ride. So obviously 100 miles.
Well, I did 62.
Yeah, so, correct.
I guess.
So you did do that?
I did a metric before, like 2 weeks before.
Okay.
It wasn't a week before, but 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, no, so I did the same thing. I was only supposed to do the metric my first time as well, but when I got out there, reality set in and we got lost.
Oh,
yeah.
I get lost with the signs. You know what?
Because the guys that I was with, we kept going, not looking down on the road, just, you know, being men.
See?
We was just being men, not looking down on the road, and we ended up doing like 38 or 42.
The wrong way?
The wrong way.
Ooh.
And randomly hit the first rest stop, which was like 37, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So we had already added wrong miles. So for y'all, those of you who don't know, the Seagull, the metric and the Century start together, but they go two different ways. So when I was doing it the first time, they went right. So we went right, however, we made a left, ended up seeing a slew of people. So the guys I was with, shout out to Alpha Wolfpack Alpha, whatever it's called, straight out of Richmond. But they were like, yo, let's just go ahead and hop in.
Yeah.
Listen, my legs was built for 60 and they gonna cramp. But I think I got like 94. I didn't even get 100. Okay. And I was content as hell with my 94.
Yeah, I bet.
The legs was legging out there and it just was not worth it. But at the end of the day, it was a good experience. But so you do believe that if you had more preparation, it would have been easier?
Yeah, I believe if there was more preparation, we're gonna split here, sorry. If there was more preparation, I would have been able to do it much faster. Granted though, like I said, or like we said, I've only been cycling for a short period of time at that point. And cycling is not, like for people who don't cycle, it's not something you can go and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hop on this bike, I'm gonna ride. No. It's not, I'll say it's simple. It can be easy, just based on what you want to get out of it, but it's not like, oh, I'm about to go play a pickup game of basketball, like, yeah, let's get it in.
Yeah.
No.
It's repetitive, right?
You have to be doing it. If not, you gonna go out there and be tired, get dropped, whatever.
It's just like so with some sports you can build that muscle memory where you can try to push it through, but cycling is definitely unique within its own way.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even running, like, because I can go get up and run 6 miles, 8 miles. Now, it might not be the fastest, but mentally I can make myself do it. Cycling, your body will say, oh, I've done X amount of miles before, so I can do that. It's not a big deal. I did a metric, I did a century. I can do this. It's not a big deal.
Right.
In reality, if you take a week or 2 weeks off, even sometimes 5 days off, your body will humble the hell out of you. Well, I'm sorry, the bicycle will humble the hell out of you, especially when you got the wind and so on and so on. So I definitely can feel you, understand exactly what you're talking about. I've been there, lived that life, and it is not as favorable as we would like it to be.
Yeah, for sure. It'll test you for sure. It will definitely test you. I know you mentioned at times, you know, cycling will humble you. It'll definitely humble you. Like, you gotta stay at it. There are times, like, just because of how demanding my job is and things like that, you know, I can't get out and go on the group rides or even ride by myself sometimes because, let me just be transparent, I have the fear, like so many cyclists are being hit, and not only hit, but ultimately they're being killed by going out here and doing something that brings them peace or keeps them in a healthy space. So it's a little crippling sometimes because I have that fear, like, oh my gosh, I can go out here and do something that I enjoy, but I can also not make it back home. And granted, that can happen in anything, but when you see it happen so close to you, it gets a little scary.
No, I can 100% understand. And I would also like to say, I feel like, and I don't want to construe or like mix the podcast together, but when I was speaking to David about his podcast, well, interviewing him, he was also bringing up points of like, don't get lost within the sport.
Yeah.
And what I mean, or what he meant by don't get lost within the sport is, you didn't get into cycling. What, a chair?
Yeah, why is a chair on the trail? Like, what? A whole crazy couch and a love seat.
That thing got big.
Anyway.
But David was saying don't get lost within the trail. I mean, cycling.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't get into cycling simply to race.
Right.
You got in it because you needed something to be fun and active.
Yeah.
You saw KD doing what she was doing. And you was like, okay, this seems cool. Let me get into this camaraderie or like team building and like basically family.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, joining a group basically, not necessarily, yo, I want to do 30 miles an hour or, you know, be freaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like they all, not they, but I feel like people always get caught up into that though.
Going fast and getting out here and do this, and I don't know. I think everybody's journey is different. Like, you got to find what works for you. I know initially I was like, oh, I just want to get in and, like, you know, just ride and do X, Y, and Z. Then there was a phase where, okay, I want to get faster. I want to be stronger and X, Y, and Z. But now I'm also in the space where, you know, I'm trying to bulk up. So trying to find a balance of working out and cycling. Like, I'm already naturally small. My metabolism is extremely high. So riding this bike is not conducive to me and my weight goal gain. So trying to find a balance there has been a challenge. So outside of, you know, the accidents and things, that's part of why I don't cycle as much as I was when I first started as well. Because
so when you first got into it, you could feel that your body was losing all of your muscle mass.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Was it like drastic?
I wouldn't say drastic because I was still going in and working out, but you know, when you're on the ride, you need to be eating and all that stuff. And I already struggle with eating outside of cycling the game. So Just imagine me out here burning 1,000 calories or something, basically. And I haven't even taken that in. So definitely a struggle 100%. For sure.
Eating enough anyway.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I feel you 150%. So One Love was great. Seagull was great. Mm-hmm. So you also mentioned that you did LA.
Yes.
All Clubs LA.
Yes.
How was that? That was your first time too, right?
It was.
Second big event that QRT had for the year. Well, that's probably the fourth one because we did the LA. I mean, the other John, Jamaica John. But so One Love was All Clubs was in January.
Yes. So this year.
This year, January 23 this year. So it was the first big event of this year. Mm-hmm. And your second big event.
Yeah.
How was that? Did you enjoy that? Was it different? Like
it was great. That was my first time in Cali. You know, I always want to go to Cali. I've been on the East Coast. Furthest I went that way is to Texas. So first time on the West Coast. It was awesome. Granted, you know, Cali got hills and whatever else. That's a little different, but made it. Everybody is so welcoming. Like seeing people that I've seen at like the Backyard Boogie and, you know, people from our club and everything. Everybody just coming together. It was amazing to see. Ooh, the wind is winding.
The wind is winding.
The wind is winding, y'all. But
it's definitely.
It was amazing, like seeing everybody, like all the clubs literally come together. I mean, it makes sense. It's all clubs, so we can actually turn around and head back the other way. But they can still hear me talk, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to talk?
Go ahead, turn.
So it was an amazing experience. Like I said, seeing everybody. Then, you know, you can't oversight the gala. I always say gala, however you say it, you know, everybody say it different. The gala. It was amazing, you know.
One of them.
Huh?
One of them.
Yeah. So seeing everybody, you know, you normally see them in the kits and everything, and everybody, you know, getting all dressed up. The ladies in their gowns, the guys in their suits and the tux and all that. It was amazing. Great experience. And yeah, definitely looking forward to doing it again next year, for sure.
Let alone KRT made it so that we got to go to the game.
Yes, forgot about that.
Got to do a little bit of outside events. Shout out to the Eagles. They won while we was out there. Shout out to the Chiefs. You already know we won the whole thing.
Okay.
But the Eagles definitely made it good. Shout out to Sana too, Karan, for you know making that whole Shingling get together going on. Amir, all those good people.
Love them. They're amazing. Like everybody's just phenomenal. The work that they put in behind the scenes is unmatched. Unmatched. Definitely give them their flowers while they're here, because they make it all come together at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and it was a good time. It was definitely a good event for sure. So I just want to transition a little bit, because you got that one on our back. Now we moving a little bit. So I look down like, wait a minute, that wind ain't winning no more. Well, let's win it with us.
I'm done. I cannot.
So I just want to transition right quick to like the fitness side of it. So I've known you for a little bit, and I know you definitely was in the gym putting that work in, and you are known for your slogan. So tell the little world about that, because I mean, I feel like we didn't hit that in the beginning. So what is the slogan, and how does that work?
The main thing I say is I was like, own it, you know, own it. And then actually this year I ended up changing it and making it, own it for you. So I wanted to be, you know, it's individualized, own it for you. And I actually started saying this back in, well, like 2019. I have video, like I document, I believe in like video documentation and things like that. So one of my first videos saying it actually was 2018. So for years, just saying own it. And it really encompasses just doing what you need to do and taking full ownership of your life where you are, because you're in complete control. And like I say that, get out there and do what you need to do, and then own it. Created an acronym, and it's overcome whatever's necessary. Oh my God, look at that snake, y'all. But they can't see it, but it's a whole black snake. Oh, I ain't never seen a snake out here.
Where the hell?
But they look like they got bears out here too.
It's Ride with Ty podcast. They done got your boy out here in the sticks. I thought I was from the country. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, that snake is not rolling in Baltimore on them streets. You hear me? Golly.
Oh man.
So own it. Jeez Louise.
Yes, so overcome whatever's necessary to live the life you desire, because you know life is life, and it be life, and you have obstacles. But if you have something you want to achieve, you got to do what you got to do to make it happen at the end of the day. And also encompassing, like I said, taking full accountability of your life. You know, things happen when we're younger. Things happen when we're older. But taking accountability and just understanding that things happen to you, but how you react to those things is even more important.
Wow, that's a bar. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it bundles down to. So, you know, I send that, and it's so funny because, you know, I try to be as consistent as possible, but let me miss a day or two. they in the DMs like, where you at? Like, I'm like, okay.
That's why they don't. We need accountability. We need those people though. We need those accountability partners.
I'm like, I'm coming. I'm gonna drop one. Or even it's so even more, crazy now because like so many people know it, or I'll see people out and they be like, I owned it today, and I'll be like, yes, don't take your hands off while you're riding, y'all. But we is on the trail.
Watch out. Make sure I'm coming right.
Clear. So yeah, it's become like a thing. Have like other things in the works. I was able to write, and that's so funny to say, write an ebook. Like what? Who does that?
Shout out to that ebook, man. Link in the bio. I'm gonna drop a pen and y'all can just click on it and go ahead and
write
that
ebook
joint right quick.
And
is it free? Expensive? $5, $10?
We'll talk about that. Y'all see it.
Right, click on the link. Click the link. It'll be right here. Click the link. It's
actually free. So yeah, it's just talking about ways that I be and remain consistent. Ultimately, I say discipline and consistency will get you the results you desire all the time. I used to put discipline, consistency, and patience also, because sometimes you just got to be patient. It's not instant gratification all the time. Like your girl out here, alrighty. Your girl out here trying to get to like 130. We barely 120. I ain't never been 120 in my whole 30 years of life, y'all. So it's just, you have to be patient, but also you got to be consistent. So that's what it bundles down to, really. That's
love. So we'll have you again on Purposeful Conversations to sit down so we can discuss the merch that you got going on, the future endeavors. Because you acting like you ain't got no merch, and I don't know why I come on here.
We got some things.
Every single podcast, I gotta sell the other person's stuff. I don't understand. It's your stuff. Sell it.
Okay.
You got merch. You got the ebook. You got some future stuff that you'll drop on your own time frame.
Definitely things that are in the works. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not gonna say I'm a perfectionist, but I'm definitely an overthinker. Working on that. The Lord's working on me. So I want things to be a certain way, and if it's not how I want it to be, I'm not gonna put it out.
Are you in the personal training space? Like, I feel like somebody asked me that the other day. Like,
so many people.
Does your man be training people? And I'm like, I don't answer for people. I just go ahead and DM the whole. I just send the whole profile. DM her,
man.
bro. Like,
so many people ask me that, and they're like, "Oh, you should get." I had someone actually reach out the other day. She actually lives out here. She was like, "You should do personal training," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. It sounds good, and like, I may have the look for it, but I feel like I'm not in the space to do that right now. I wouldn't feel like I could give it my all because I don't fully know what that encompasses. I don't want to be like, oh, you got to do this, do that. Because what I do for me is not going to work for everybody. So what I can do and continue to do is share what I do that works for me and for people who are my size or maybe similar to me. But right now, personal training isn't in. Yeah, if somebody hits me up and they want to know like something they can do, I'm definitely going to share it.
All right, so I ain't trying to cut you off, but you just contradicted yourself, and you know me, once I'm short 2 days for certain, Uncle Ty gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. So you just said consistency, discipline, and patience, right?
Yeah.
So if you're being consistent with your own body, you're being disciplined with your own body. I see you doing the cleanses, you're trying new things in order to cleanse yourself or build yourself to make yourself better, right?
That's a whole nother thing.
But you consistently did that. So I feel like a lot of us, we don't see how our light shines to others. So I'm telling you, somebody personally DM me about you. Like, come on, bro. I'm not you. I don't know what you do.
Hey, look, just let in the DM, y'all.
I got you. So, but that's the whole moral to the freaking story. So you might not see the light shining. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you know.
I appreciate it.
It would behoove you to go ahead and investigate or consider the personal training side of it, because if you're already doing it right, I feel like it would just be able to allow you to grow a little bit more, but also be a little bit more consistent. Because not only are you focused on you, but just cater your fitness or your teaching around people that are your size. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to try to train men who are 240 pounds, because you wouldn't know what that's like. But there are other petite women in the world that are interested, or that you could basically assist. And I'm not saying that everything that you do, you have to sell it, right? But what I am saying is, the wise quote says, in order to find your destination and to find your purpose, you should find what you love to do. You love fitness. Like you said, you want to be 130. So if you love to do that, why not love it, sell it, because you're helping people already. Love it, sell it, and help people. Because a lot of people want the help. They gonna pay for it. You might as well get paid for doing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, teach his own. That's just my little...
No, I feel it. You know, we have conversations, things about progression and stuff. So I get it. You always gonna give a good gym, and you know me, I'm gonna tell you my opinion regardless, whether you like it or not. And I'm gonna do the same thing, okay?
Absolutely.
That's it, that's all.
Period, cool.
That's it, that's all. But,
with a T at the end.
Huh?
With a T at the end.
Period. Okay, with the T. A few T's back there.
Okay.
But no, okay, I definitely understand what you're saying. So there are indeed, I'll do more diligence on it, I'll say that, because multiple people ask me that, and I think it's more so, okay, this is not my lane, this is not something I specialize in. So one, I'm not gonna be inauthentic. I'm not gonna be that person like, oh, let me just put something out
inauthentic
just to get a quick buck or something. Like, if my name's on it, like, you're gonna know like it's me. Like, I'm not gonna put no BS out. So I gotta know what I'm talking about. And I feel like that's where, you know, a lot of people are out here today, don't know what they talking about, but they outside though. That's another story for another time, like you like to say, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We love it. We love it. So that was a great transitioning point though. And since we deep, let's just get a little bit deeper.
Okay.
So we talked about your college and upbringing a little bit. We talked about how you got into cycling. We talked about Own It. And we talked about future endeavors and even just like fitness, the fitness side of it, right? So my question is, do you feel like, for those of you that don't know, Jermaya was one of the 30 people who had an input on the Woman's Guide for Success, which we appreciate you. Thank you for your support.
Yes, cop that.
Yeah, definitely. Go cop that, man. Link in the bio. And I'll throw a link right here beside her for a woman. But yeah, she definitely put her input on there. It was great. I appreciate it. So this is Purposeful Conversations, well, Purpose Media, but Ride with Ty version. So I got to definitely give a question about purpose. Do you feel as though your career or cycling or whatever you're doing in the world that we have not talked about has any influence or has any, I guess, say within, that's not a way to fucking word that. Let me throw that out. Do you feel as though what you're doing has you walking in your purpose, or do you feel as though you know what your purpose is?
I would say it plays a role in it. I'm one of the people, like, purpose is something, I feel like you find your purpose ultimately. A lot of people say, like, you're born with it, it's inside you or whatever. And that's hard. Everybody's different. We're all individuals. I think me really trying to find that still, even at the tender age of 30, has been something I've been dealing with, because I know I like to help people. I like for people to be the best versions of themselves. And if somebody tells me that they trying to achieve something, like, I'm on your ass. Excuse my language, y'all, but I'm on you. If you tell me you want to do something, if you're telling me, you already know I'm about to be on you. Just like I would expect you to be for me, because, you know, we hold ourselves accountable up only to so much of a bar. You know, sometimes you need other people to hold you accountable. So I feel like my current job plays a part in that, because I am helping people. who can't always help themselves. And then even with, own it. I'm still helping people. The little quotes that I say, the posts that I say, me working out, like that is helping people who may not even get out and work out. I got the Own It Get Active Challenge 2023. So every month.
I'm sorry I skipped that because that joint is fire. That is definitely fire.
Every month, we're doing a different exercise. I said 50 to 100, but again, do what works for you in that moment. Like, just get active. So I feel like yes and no, because I still feel like there's so much more I can be doing out here. But it plays a part for sure. To answer your question, I know I went on a tangent there.
No, you're good.
But it definitely plays a part. There you go.
It's your interview. You do what you do.
It plays a part. Yeah.
Okay. So, I like that. I think that's a great explanation. I love to ask that question because everybody has their own opinion of what purpose is and, the ways that it will fall into your life. Mm-hmm. And assist you throughout life. So another one of my big questions that I like to ask on every pod, simply because I just want to know what your opinion is.
Yeah.
If you could tell a younger you anything, what would you tell them? One question. And I guess these coincide with each other. Mm-hmm. If you could change anything that you've done in your past, what would it be? And do you think that it would make you different?
Okay, first question. What would I tell my younger self? Just continue to be the true, authentic person that you are and live your life for you. I've been in a place where I've lived my life for other people ultimately, and it's kind of like now I'm in the space where I'm trying to fully get into who Jermaya is. So I would say just live your life for you and not for other people, because they got their own life to live. They live their life. Like, you can't, just don't do it. just don't do it. Live your life for you and only you, because you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself, because you can't help other people if you're not good. And would I change anything? I'm gonna say no, I wouldn't change anything, because that everything that I've gone through in my life, from childhood all the way up to where I am now, made me who I am now. It's all a process. And yeah, some things might shouldn't have went down or whatever, that's life. Thank you. I wouldn't change it, because then who would I be today? Like, who would I be today? So yeah.
I like that. I think this side is a little bit.
It is. I'll go behind you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that path that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's one way. That pulls you from, that's a part of like the shortcut for our Motivational Monday ride. And then the other way brings you all the way down from the back part where we were.
Oh yeah,
all the way
yeah.
But we go all through like the country roads and everything.
Nah, I feel you. That makes sense. No, I like it though. I think that's pretty dope. I think those are great answers. Is there anything special you want to tell the people about you? Any extra gems you want to drop? Anything like that?
Nothing extra. I feel like right now, just be your true, authentic self. Hit your girl up on the gram at Jermaya C. That's JERMAYAC. I know he's gonna drop it in here. Definitely, but hit me up on there if you just want some positivity, some motivation, some laughs, because I've been starting to show a little bit more of my personality. So you'll definitely laugh, because people who know me know I'm a whole goofball. But yeah, that's it. Just get out there, continue to live your life for you, and like I always say, overcome whatever's necessary. stay blessed, stay prosperous. Make sure you own it, because if you don't, who's gonna do it for you? Now I'm gonna try to look back, we on this bike, but there's never anybody back there gonna own your life for you better than you can own it for you. So make sure you do that.
Young Jerm in the building, I appreciate you for your assistance. I don't want you to fall now. Hold on.
Yeah, I got this. I can ride with no hands. Okay, look, my no hands. See, look.
Yeah. See, that's the Jermaya that y'all don't know about. You see how she just did that? See how she just did that? Jermaya is a goofball. Y'all don't know, but make sure y'all tune into her stories, man, because she's starting to come out her shell a little bit for the betterment. Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
No, that's a good thing though, because I feel like, especially for like the freaking youth. I mean, we are our age right now, but the youth need to be able to understand that. That is crazy. I'm getting old and you getting older, but anyway.
Don't do that. I look good.
The youth need to be able to understand that you can be your authentic self. You don't have to fall into the trap of doing all this extra goofy nonsense that's going on in this world. But nah, I like it. I love it. I hope great things are in your future.
Thank you. Yes.
Just stay grounded, stay grounded, and like you say, stay consistent. Make sure y'all overcome it, and she's gonna definitely own it. So as usual, be you, be true, and let the universe do the rest. And have a great one.